You're drifting off to sleep, your body relaxing and your thoughts slowly fading. Then suddenly, your body jerks, your heart jumps, and it feels like you just slipped or fell from somewhere high. For a split second, it feels real enough to wake you up. Many people experience this strange falling sensation while falling asleep. Sometimes it's just a small twitch, other times it's strong enough to jolt you awake. But why does this happen in the first place? Is it connected to dreams, stress, or something deeper inside the brain? That's exactly what we're going to explore today, right here on History of Simple Things. That sudden falling sensation while drifting into sleep has an official scientific name: hypnic jerk, also known as a sleep start. Despite the dramatic feeling, it's actually a very common and harmless experience. A hypnic jerk is a sudden involuntary muscle contraction that happens as you transition from being awake to being asleep. It usually occurs during the earliest stage of sleep, often called Stage 1 sleep, the lightest phase of sleep and the doorway between wakefulness and deeper rest. During this stage, your body begins to slow down, your breathing becomes more relaxed, your heart rate decreases, and your muscles loosen. Meanwhile, your brain waves begin shifting into patterns associated with sleep. Sometimes, however, that transition isn't perfectly smooth. Instead of gradually powering down, the nervous system sends a sudden signal to your muscles. That brief signal creates the jerking motion that wakes you up, often accompanied by the sensation of falling. One widely accepted explanation involves how your brain interprets muscle relaxation. As sleep begins, your muscles relax quickly. In some cases, the brain misinterprets this sudden relaxation as a sign that your body is losing balance. Instead of recognizing it as normal sleep preparation, the brain reacts as if you're physically slipping or falling. From an evolutionary perspective, this response may have once been useful. Early humans didn't always sleep in safe beds. They may have rested on branches, rocky surfaces, or uneven ground. A sudden loss of muscle tension could have meant danger, like slipping from a tree. In that situation, a rapid muscle contraction could help correct posture and prevent a fall. While modern humans sleep safely indoors, the brain still carries traces of those ancient protective systems. The falling sensation may simply be a leftover reflex from a much riskier past. Not everyone experiences hypnic jerks at the same rate, and certain conditions make them more likely. Stress is one of the biggest triggers. When you're under pressure, your nervous system stays alert longer than usual. Even as you lie down to sleep, your brain may remain partially active, reacting quickly to changes inside your body. Fatigue also plays a major role. Surprisingly, being extremely tired can increase the chances of experiencing hypnic jerks. When your body is exhausted, it may drop into sleep too quickly, causing a sharp transition from alertness to relaxation. That sudden shift can confuse the brain and trigger a muscle jerk. Caffeine and other stimulants add to the effect. Drinks like coffee, tea, or energy beverages keep the nervous system activated. When sleep finally arrives, the difference between alertness and relaxation becomes more dramatic, increasing the likelihood of that falling sensation. What makes this experience especially startling is how vivid it feels. It's not just a twitch. It often comes with a clear mental image of slipping, tripping, or falling. This happens because your brain is already beginning to form dreamlike imagery, even in the earliest stages of sleep. Short flashes of imagination can appear before full dreaming begins. When the muscles suddenly contract, the brain tries to interpret the sensation. To make sense of the movement, it creates a quick mental scene that matches the feeling. That's why people often recall falling down stairs, missing a step, or dropping from a height. In reality, the movement and the imagined fall occur almost at the same time. The brain links the physical jerk with a visual explanation, making the experience feel dramatic even though it lasts only a moment. Hypnic jerks are extremely common. Research suggests that up to 70% of people experience them at some point in their lives. For many, they occur occasionally, perhaps once every few weeks or months. Others may notice them more frequently during stressful periods, irregular sleep schedules, or heavy workloads. Students during exams, workers on tight deadlines, and people facing emotional strain often report an increase in these sudden movements. Children experience hypnic jerks as well, although they may not always describe the sensation clearly. Adults of all ages can experience them, and frequency often depends more on lifestyle than age itself. Despite how dramatic they feel, these jerks are considered normal in most situations. Sleep isn't a simple switch that turns off instantly. Instead, it's a carefully timed process where the brain and body gradually shift into rest. When the process works smoothly, muscles relax, breathing slows, and consciousness fades without interruption. But sometimes the timing between relaxation and brain signaling becomes slightly mismatched. Your body may begin relaxing before the brain fully recognizes the change. In response, the brain sends a sudden message telling the muscles to contract again. That quick contraction creates the jerk and the sensation of falling. This temporary mismatch doesn't indicate damage or illness. It simply reflects how sensitive the nervous system is during the transition between wakefulness and sleep. That strange feeling of falling while drifting into sleep may seem mysterious, but it's actually a natural reaction built into the human body. It reflects the delicate coordination between the brain, muscles, and nervous system as they shift from alertness into rest. What feels like a sudden drop into darkness is really just a brief moment of confusion between relaxation and protection, a leftover reflex from a time when maintaining balance could mean survival. So the next time your body jerks you awake just as you're about to fall asleep, there's no need to panic. It's simply your brain doing what it has done for thousands of years, keeping watch even as you drift into rest. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.